Alright, so I've talked about found footage alien stories 3 other times. First, of course, was Alien Origin, the Asylum Prometheus ripoff that remains one of the worst things I have ever seen. Nothing happens and everything is bad. Then there was Alien Abduction, Incident in Lake County, which while low budget was pretty damn creepy and I really liked it. And there was that one segment in VHS 2, which is probably the best example of how to do it. But of course, we can't discuss found footage alien movies without bringing up the 2014 one, literally called Alien Abduction. Released to video on demand in 2014, Alien Abduction was directed by Maddie Beckerman and written by Robert Lewis, based on the legend of the Brown Mountain Lights, a series of ghost lights seen in North Carolina. It didn't exactly get great reviews from critics or audiences, but can it possibly be the worst the found footage alien genre has to offer? Is it possible to be worse than Alien Origin? Given that this was given to me by the asshole side of my personality who likes to make me watch awful things, I'm very scared. This is Alien Abduction, the 2014 movie. So we begin with blurry, distorted footage of what appears to be some kind of spaceship as it pans to some people being tortured with stock scream effects. Those poor bastards. Anyway, whoever is holding the camera tosses it out where it is revealed to be above Earth's atmosphere as it crashes down. No. I don't care if it's a movie. If a camera falls from above the clouds and hits the ground, it's obliterated on impact. It wouldn't just have a cracked lens. That thing's destroyed. So the movie takes place in Brown Mountain, North Carolina, which has seen sightings of the Brown Mountain Lights, which are actually a real thing dating all the way back to 1913. And don't worry about these interviews, unlike Incident in Lake County, they won't be interrupting the actual movie. So the footage we'll be watching comes from October 2011. I remember that month. It's meant with my anorexia. Filmed by a young autistic boy named Riley Morris, him and his family, Dad Peter, played by Peter Holden, who has a small role in movies like The Social Network and Dark Knight Rises, Mother Katie, and his siblings Corey and Jillian. Jillian's actress, Jillian Clare, was on Days of Our Lives and one episode of Victorious. That's about all I know. Also, yes, this is one of those found footage movies where the characters share the same first name as the actors. Blair Witch Project still as you beat there, they used both the first and last names. So the fact that Riley is autistic is actually important to the plot, as that's why he films everything. Now, I am not an expert, but apparently the filmmakers were told by a psychologist of an autistic child they treated that he did film stuff, sort of as a coping mechanism. Again, no idea if that's common, but at least gives some kind of explanation as to why he's filming the whole movie. I do kinda like this family. They feel authentic. Maybe it's just because they remind me of my family. I mean, kinda dorky dad, easily frustrated mom, 3 kids, boy, girl, boy. Some of the audio is a bit too clean though. So far I'm willing to buy this is real, but...
Watch out for the bears.
Seriously, bugs weren't bad enough, now we have to deal with bears.
Man, that camera must have a really great mic if it can pick up her talking softly 12 feet away from behind him that clearly.
No one is leaving anyone behind if a bear attacks.
Boo. Nope, we're all gonna stick together and be eaten as a family.
Foreshadowing. So after about 10 minutes of padding and character development, we finally see some UFOs. You know what, I'll take it. At least it's not just walking with no talking.
Move like that.
Okay, what the hell was that?
Cool, the aliens have after effects.
And they were like blinking and then shot up.
Yes, we did see the lights, but come on.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Let's go.
They filmed it. You could see what they saw.
So I just want to understand this whole light thing. So what exactly do these lights look like?
Seriously, show them the footage. So the GPS tells them to get off the highway despite the directions telling them to stay on. I have had many mishaps with my GPS over the years, but not once would I ever follow its instructions to get off the highway.
It's like Deliverance.
Well, minus the anal rape.
Child in the car. As you expect, they get lost, with Peter continuously getting frustrated, and now it's feeling even more like I'm on a road trip with my family.
Let's turn around, go back to the rest stop and ask for directions.
We don't need to do anything,
Yes,
right?
we
This
do.
thing knows exactly what we're doing.
Fucking kamikaze birds are the worst!
That goddamn thing out of my face! Peter!
Now it definitely feels like I'm on a road trip with my family. Don't worry, he apologizes, but that doesn't stop them from being lost and low on gas. I do love some of their quips.
Cheerful.
That's encouraging.
That sounds exactly like something I would say. So they make it to a tunnel with a bunch of abandoned cars. With no service and no way through with a car, the guys decide to walk through. This part is honestly really fucking creepy. It's just showing them through the long trek through the tunnel. Seatbelts being ripped out, luggage flung everywhere. There's even a baby seat, meaning that these aliens took babies. It is genuinely unsettling as you're wondering what the fuck happened in this tunnel. Of course, when they get to the end, the aliens are there and we get everyone's favorite found footage aliens cliche. Look, I get it. Alien technology probably would mess with our Earth technology like a camera, but these are just the aliens. It's a shame we don't get a good look at them because when you freeze frame, they do look pretty cool. Peter is left behind, but the two young ones escape, getting back in the car with the ladies. That's good! The acting is pretty decent too, but unfortunately, decent acting won't save them from kamikaze birds.
Birds! I don't like birds!
So is the implication that the alien technology is messing with their sonar, or that they hit a force field like in Signs? So they run, and run, and run, and eventually come across a house headed by the most redneck-looking motherfucker you would find in a northern state. And I say that as someone who grew up in rural Pennsylvania. The man's dog appears to be killed by the aliens, but he allows them to stay at his house. This is Sean, played by an actor not named Sean.
Well, I got a question. What the hell is that thing?
You don't... Oh, you don't know?
You don't know? Well, you brought it to my backyard.
Riley, show him the camera.
Yes, that's a good idea. And it appears they do, as things get very somber for the next 10 minutes or so. No, seriously, the next 10 minutes is basically just them fucking around this house. Telling stories, coming up with theories, setting up alarms. All of them waiting for Sean's brother who has his truck. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, Riley does have a charger and other tapes, so despite constantly filming, he doesn't run out of battery or stuff like that.
Yeah, I get it. I had me a retard cousin once, never looked over his mama's leg unless he gave him a wooden spoon.
Hey, Mr. Guy who saved our lives, that's not very nice. Son, there's aliens outside. I'll call you the N-word if I want to. But I'm not black. I'll still do it. The dog comes back, but unfortunately, Sean gets a message from his brother, hinting that he's in trouble.
Get out of there, Scott. Don't go near them lights.
Do not go into the light!
So he decides to leave with the dog to go find him. You may call him an idiot, but look at him. Would you expect a man who looks like this to do anything different? Also, are we sure this isn't just another remake of the McPherson tape? There's also some good dramatic bits with Corey, who feels guilty for letting his dad get taken.
It was right on top of us. Mommy, I can still hear his screams in my head. I can't get him out.
But eventually the aliens attack. Again, it's decent. The sound effects are pretty creepy. I just wish we could get a clear view of them. They all hide in the basement except for Corey, who wants to try and fight them off. It goes about as well as you expect. Great, kid. Now they're trapped in the basement with no exit and limited food. Good job! So now I guess we're just ripping off Signs. Thankfully, Sean returns and lets them out. He couldn't find his brother, but did find his truck, so they can get out. But of course, those alien assholes have to ruin the hope, with Sean leading them away as the rest of the family escapes. So yeah, you may notice this movie doesn't have much plot. It appears to be just a bunch of chase and hiding scenes, which isn't that dissimilar from my criticism of Alien Origin. I think the difference is that I like these characters, and as repetitive as it may be, at least they're kind of suspenseful, and also the characters talk to each other. This movie is not pissing me off as much as I thought it would. You'll still crack. After more hiding and being terrorized by aliens that don't find them, Sean once again returns to save them. Man, this guy's managed to avoid abduction twice, so as long as the family stays with him, they should be safe. Jesus Christ, did that break her spine? Okay, kids, stick close to Sean and you should be safe. Never mind. mind. So now it's just Riley and Jillian. They get separated, and this part is also pretty creepy. It's one of those parts that shows how the found footage gimmick can enhance the mood and suspense of a scene. And the kid does sound really scared.
My whole family's gone.
Gotta have the talking directly to the camera and recapping the plot cliche. Well, I mean, it's more of a summary. It's real short as Jillian finds him, and now we're in the VHS 2 part of the movie. It's not as good. They hide out until dawn when they see a town and head down the mountain, managing to find a road, and even a police car. Not sure why it said they found the camera in the field. I mean, they could have just given it to the authorities themselves since they made it just wait, why is the camera fucking up? Well, that's unfortunate. This part with them being abducted is actually pretty cool. They used a weather balloon to get the camera that high up, and then we get a shortened version of that part we saw at the beginning with them tossing out the camera. Why they needed to show this at the beginning, I don't know. Again, that thing should not be recording after falling thousands of feet. Credits are kinda cool. Better be, they take up like 10% of the film. And in a mid-credit scene, we see a police dashcam video from my 19th birthday? Anyway, they find Peter on the side of the road, and the dialogue here makes us seem like he isn't the only one that they found. So maybe this has a slightly happier ending than most of these films? This was actually kinda good. I mean, it's not great, it's pretty repetitive and does suffer from some of the found footage drawbacks like the camera glitching out and not having much plot. But I like this family. They remind me of mine. They feel genuine and the acting is solid. The sound effects and visuals when we get to see them are pretty creepy. And it doesn't outstay its welcome. It's a very quick 85 minutes and take out credits it's probably close to 70. There's enough dramatic bits and it does at least give an explanation for why Riley is filming everything. I can't say this would be for everyone, but if you liked Incident in Lake County or Slumber Party Alien Abduction, this is much closer to those than Alien Origin. And I'd even say it's a bit better than Phoenix Forgotten, which I also liked. Not sure if it's better than Unaware, maybe I'll check that out sometime. So how do you like that? I liked it. You failed. Who said I was only showing you awful things? Check that box right under the camera for your next review. Where did you get this?